artist. So let's get it, yeah, let's see what we can uncover.
What that defies your world, gives you truth and life. What that excels, special enough to guide your way through this shadow world. Truth is elusive, it's no way to be found. Yeah, the truth can never be written. That it's not in any magazine. You can see it on your TV screen. Truth is evasive, though you might have the facts. Got it straight, you think, but it all cracks right up, and you can search the world far and wide. The only truth that you can ever find is in another. So there's got the same burning need to find out what's needed, cover up.
The one can beat without a true artist. So let's get it, yeah, let's see what we can uncover.
What that defies your world, gives you truth and life. What that excels, special enough to guide your way through this shadow world.
without the true honor. So let's get together, see what we can uncover.
One that defies your world, keeps you true and life. One that excels, special enough to guide your way through this shadow world. Truth is elusive, it's no way to be found. Yeah, that truth can never be written. That it's not in any magazine. You can see it on your TV screen. Truth is evasive, though you might have the facts. Got its rage, you think, but it all cracks wide open. You can search the world far and wide. The only truth that you can ever find is in another. So those got the same burning need to find out what's needed, cover up.
The one can beat without the true honor. So let's get together, see what we can uncover.
One that defies your world, keeps you true and life. One that excels, special enough to guide your way through this shadow world.
Alrighty guys, good evening. Sorry for the late start. We're gonna get right into things here. Let's see, Ryumiya, congrats on first. Alright, let's see here. Kaizen, welcome. Derolo, welcome. Kuyo, welcome. Treeman, how's it going? H and Andrew, welcome in. How are you doing today? I'm applying for Twitch Collective. What is that? Wait, what? How are you doing today? Also, changed my mind about quitting Faye. Yeah! And Jonathan's here. Welcome in. Thank you for the hydrate. Just filled up my water bottle. Good, am I? I just got home late, so we started stream late. I was actually, so a friend of mine from the Seattle area was visiting Chicago, so he just got here today. So we're like, hey, let's catch a Cubs game. And they won. So yay. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? Again, sorry for the late start. We'll play with some Persona today. We're probably not gonna get to actually start the next dungeon. We are already in the TV, which is where we just went into the TV last time and then stopped there. But because of the late start, we're probably gonna spend the time just going into the older dungeons and trying to find some quest items. I don't remember what they are specifically, so what I think we'll do is we'll just go through each one from... And we're over leveled for those dungeons, I think, so we'll be fine. We'll get through them quickly, but we'll go from bottom to top, and then use the item to escape, and then go to the next one, and so on. Let's see here. Wait, what are we talking about? Let's see, I'm tired. I mean, I'm a little tired, but I just got home, so it hasn't hit me yet. Curate and match creators from complementary backgrounds, genres, and career stages. If you're selected, you'll have a crew appears by your side through the power Switch collector. Oh, interesting. Okay. What Persona songs? It's a really catchy song. Post in Discord, can you react to gameplay trailer of Spider-Man 2? I already caught a glimpse of it earlier, so. Who were they playing against? The Mets. Level 69. Oh, nice. Said well 9 because I just wanted to beat it. Took till 9. Oh yeah, I saw that. Congrats. Did you get your $70 worth? The Mets, oof, my hometown baseball team. Don't care about baseball, so oh well. I mean, neither the Cubs or the Mets are going to be like winning the World Series this year or anything like that, but it was still good to see a Cubs win. The thing is, I don't remember all the quest items I need. Like, they don't even tell me, like if I want the hints of where they are, I have to go back to the original requester. Don't have to worry about spoilers, the main focus is showing the gameplay. Cutscenes are only specific to the level and don't spoil anything prior. Yeah, I was talking about the PlayStation Showcase with my friend earlier. So yeah, Sparked on Fall. Oh, you sparked on Crown. Congrats! Now Flavia will be getting a new weapon with her ring. Ayy. And you get to keep the crown. Oh, wait, no, don't enter alone. I could probably handle it, but, you know. No Persona. I know. I haven't used Naoto yet. What kind of fighter are they? Next, I'll probably resume and finish MHS2. After that, I might restart my Samus Returns playthrough. Oh yeah, I forgot that game exists. Don't know why, but Metroid's been on my brain for the last day or 3. Excited for that Metroid Prime 4 hype. Coming out on the Switch 3. I want a rearmed tome. We'll get those eventually. Time to save Nanako. We'll see how far we get. We're just gonna go get some quest items first, so that way we don't have to go into the TV a separate time. And then after we go through all the other ones and get all the quest items we need, we'll go and save Nanako. Light, Dark, and Almighty. Okay, so they're a magic user, specifically for the Light, Dark, and Almighty ones. Using Twitch Collective for musicians. Oh, cool, that's fun. I know a lot of music streamers. They all seem to be like in a small circle. I wonder how much overkill this is right now. Naoto's mixed. Okay. I'll say he's probably the strongest non-Yude combatant. Really? Okay. So of the team I have so far, I don't know if we get anyone else. There's no one else in the intro video. But out of the team I have so far, what would you guys build out of a? What would you build, or who would you include in a team of 4? Because right now it's basically my original 4. Replace Chie with Naoto. Like originally we had to replace Chie with Kanji. So do all 3 of those kind of occupy the same slot? Also, did you see my Brave Ephraim new speed build? I have not. Is that in Discord? I really wish there was a thing like in P5 where you just run into them and you win. I think I overheard a rumor we might see Persona 3 Remake at the Xbox and Bethesda showcase next month. Does Persona do well on Xbox? Because like Xbox doesn't do well in Japan, like at all. Pick Yosuke, Teddy, and Naoto. I haven't used Teddy either. Your team was Yukiko, Kanji, and Naoto. So Kanji and Naoto do work on a team all together. Okay. Rumors are rumors. Send to Discord if you want. Okay. I mean, I can pull up on my main too. Are they your lead right now? I gotta play Faye anyway. I haven't been home until just now. Stairs. Chi is mixed, so is Naoto. Kanji is purely meant to be physical. Electric damage is not really his focus. Okay.
Whoa, we got 1 week to electricity.
That's my true
Ooh,
strength.
counter. Hold on, let me do this real quick before I forget. Because it ends in 13 minutes. Guys, do your Mjolnir Strike counter phase. If we could Game Pass, yes, but I don't know how sales were on Xbox. I don't know, I just like Persona does, or sorry, not necessarily Persona, but Xbox just does very poorly in Japan. She is more physical in my opinion. He can do it, but he only should if enemy is weak to it. Forgot Mjolnir was happening at all. Well, you have 12 minutes. Go do it. Look up H Trainer Andrew here. Base just felt so boring lately. I still play it every day. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, Hall Forms. Not right now. Two best selling were Switch and PC. Interesting. I would have assumed that PlayStation would have actually done well, but okay. I guess Steam did good sales. Hey guys, I just had a great idea. What if we could search the friend list? That'd be an amazing addition to the game. Got the theater 40+1 already? Nice. Can't remember, God, every time I hear Steam, I always think that JoJo meme. Think of that JoJo meme of the Switch sales. There's Ace. Game Pass is killing Xbox game sales, so while it's a great deal, I think it's likely they can it eventually. I don't know if you can. I think they like tweak it. All right, so this is Ace Trainer Andrews Ephraim with 40+10, 57, 65, 35, 48, 38. And you said they're speedy. Let's see, Garm with the skill refine. Swap. Whatever how you say that. Speed defense ideal, savvy fighter, assault troop, and speed defense ideal. Ooh, okay. Oops, that's not on. So 7 plus 5. Wow, plus 12. Hits over 55 speed. Oh, and wait, hold on. And 5 there. 12, 5. Uh, 17. Well, it's 17 and then they inflict speed -4, right? Only play my Xbox for the exclusives. Are we going for the speed effort, huh?
Nice! There's an enemy weak to wind.
That's how phase at a point where 55 speed is still and will likely be double range. Yeah, it's special fighter for Ignis before. Persona 4 has some nice sound effects and music. Yeah, the sounds and music in this game are fantastic. Yeah. Again, I just got home, so I'm just doing everything I normally do at the start of the stream. Never seen any gameplay of Persona till now. It looks amazing. Well, this is a PS2 game originally, so yeah, the graphics are kind of dated. The character models. But I really enjoyed this game so far, and I really enjoyed Persona 5 Golden, Persona 5 Royal. Sorry. I know a lot of people have said like going from 5 to 4 can be very jarring, but aside from like the user interface and quality of life stuff, it hasn't been as jarring to me. Like, it's been fine. Alright, Persona 5 Golden. Wait until you go from 4 to 3. Oh my god. What? Okay, so when did 3 come out and what system was it on? The original 3. The thing I care about from State of Play was the Naruto Storm game collection. Still probably not going to get it anytime soon unless I can find it pre-owned, because I'm done giving Sony money for non-Persona related things. Hey Tara, welcome in! The package didn't arrive yet, right? Because I checked the tracking. It says it's coming tomorrow. How you doing today, Tara? Can we get a shout out for Tara? Assuming it works, let's give both shout outs just in case. It was for PS2 as also. Don't play Persona 3 Portable, the remake. Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything about it yet, but not today. Okay.
That enemy's weak to ice. Pull it down.
OP for this dungeon, guys. Thank you for the shout out. That didn't work. Can we give the other shout out too? The slash shout out one. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, we started stream late today because I just got home from the Cubs game. My friend Gil is in town, so we hung out at downtown. Was playing Pog, yes.
Hey, the enemy's weak to fire.
Or playing exclamation point. If you had a PC, you could play Marvel Spider-Man and Miles Morales. I mean, I have a PC. You mean a Windows PC? I hear the chains. Does that mean the thing is, we've been through the entire floor in the past, and I've heard that, and I'm like, what is that from if we don't find the Reaper? Can't get over how weird it is seeing a baseball hat. I've been wearing this hat all evening because I was at a Cubs game. This is the Cubs hat. It's the world champion. This is the locker room, the championship locker room cap. But I've been wearing the hat all evening, so I've got hat hair. That's why I'm like, we're gonna keep the hat on for stream. Excuses to buy tech that's not Apple. That's not true. I buy Nintendo stuff. Best open world ever. You should try it. I wonder how many chest keys I have. We don't really need anything else from this particular dungeon because they're all low level. Still don't know whether Spider-Man 2 will be a timed exclusive if it's coming out for both. Yeah, because I mean, obviously they're going to focus on PlayStation announcements today. Although some companies, after they announce their stuff at State of Play, they'll release press releases. Actually, I got some press releases, and then they'll announce like in there like, oh, it's coming to all systems or whatever. Yada yada yada. Does anyone know what all systems the Metal Gear Solid thing is coming out on? Is it? I mean, obviously, was it only announced for PlayStation, or was there like a press release that announced more? On it, but I think Nintendo should do a promotional collab with you, They're family friendly, chill, and seem to know a bunch of good promotional tactics for Fire Emblem ads. He's a hardcore apple person. If Tsunuki is such an apple fan, or is his apple fruit? Never seen it eat one on stream. I eat mangoes. I'm Filipino. If I do eat apples, I usually like it with like peanut butter or caramel. Master Collection or the remake? Master Collection. Although remake too. Because yeah, probably about half of Nintendo's Fire Emblem merch. You know who also now has Fire Emblem merch? Like 25 of my students. Because they all bought Three Houses socks. They don't know it's from Fire Emblem. They don't know, most of them probably don't even know it's a game. I did hear that some of them, I overheard that some of them realized, wait, like the socks say copyright Nintendo. I'm like, ooh, I wonder if they'll notice. And I literally only heard like 2 students talking to each other about it. Like, wait, copyright Nintendo? Wait, what? Plus you have a job as a teacher, so you can be shown enacting change for the newer generation. Actually, the newer generation doesn't play a lot of, like, they don't even play like, Mario Kart, which is kind of surprising. They don't play Smash Bros. They don't play, some of them actually know about Splatoon. They do play Animal Crossing. Most of their experience with Mario is with the movie. It wouldn't make sense to do a collab with someone with a small audience who's gonna play your games regardless. They're not getting additional promotion if he's gonna talk about and stream them regardless. Just be giving him money to gain nothing. It's coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Damn it. They play Roblox and Fortnite? Yeah. They play Minecraft too.
Yes, we won! Congrats, guys!
I play Roblox. I didn't know Tsunuki played. No, I don't play Roblox. My students play it. It's coming to Switch, but they haven't announced yet. They released a press release, so it should say in that press release. Let's see here. Oh, hi, Nagi. Remember when 39 experience was a lot? Yes. A shadow jumped out of the box. For the Persona games, it wasn't said for Switch at the press release because they wanted Nintendo to have their chance to shine. So we can possibly see if we get another partnership. Possibly, yeah. Would this be big enough to show at a full direct? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, let's be honest. Like, what else does Nintendo have coming out this year, really? Pikmin. Said that we're probably not getting a direct in June or July. I would expect one. But they're probably not going to rush to get it out mid-June like they usually do for E3.
It's weak to electricity. Zap 'em.
Ooh, that went well.
Yeah, because keep in mind,
Nice. There's
it is expected that they normally have announcements in like early to midsummer, and at least more in Japan, but they are a publicly traded company, so their stock price. By the way, how long do you think before Prime Remaster goes on sale? On eShop, maybe holiday. Physically? No. Don't care what we get as long as we get nothing, and we're not seeing. Wait, get nothing, and we're not seeing decks waiting for something. A lot of people with insider info say there won't be a direct this summer at all. I am going to disagree. Million years, something, not nothing. Okay, that's what I thought. I was reading that. I'm like,
That was easy.
I am glad that we can easily handle all these battles pretty quickly. I like about upcoming games I care about is a great excuse to work on backlog. That's true. I mean, keep in mind the Switch isn't nearing the end of its life. There's a decent chance we should see a Switch successor next year, because they said that at the earliest it would arrive next, not before next spring. Hey, Will, welcome in. Send a picture of Atlas in flight mode. How'd you do this in flight mode? Oh, okay. Lighting is great. Bokeh or depth of field is great. You could probably move the figure more to the right, or crop some of the empty space on the right. But overall, the picture's great. Yeah, we gotta get you some like some alternate either floor surfaces or backdrops to use. I mean, these figures seem small enough that you could probably just get some like poster board. Console life cycle 7 years now. Nintendo said the Switch would have a longer life cycle than most modern consoles, so I'm not expecting one until like 2025. Never mind.
There's no end to this.
I mean, of course they're gonna say that. But yeah, guys, and look at the number of games that are still expected to come out on Switch.
That enemy's weak to fire. Keep it up.
Super surprised that Crypt the Necrodancer came out. Oh yeah. That's what you're talking about with a friend about it, because that was on sale I think last week. I thought about getting it. Or no, the Hyrule one. Candace of Hyrule was on sale. Hoping Switch 2 doesn't restart NSO consoles. I want GameCube and Wii so bad. We'll see. That's about Dragonlance outside of the notes that we add in the only thing you need to copy. Only thing you need to copy down for notes is that stuff you only need as a reference. Like we're finally just now finally getting to the good stuff that the GBA is a thing. Don't have to go back to the NES and wait another half decade for good games. Oh, okay. I see what you mean by restart. I don't think they would restart at this point. The only possible, I guess, speed bump I could see in that case.
Let's keep going.
So the Switch is built on a chipset that's been long discontinued. So it's, you know, you'd have to think about what kind of chip architecture they're going to use in the next system. If it's based on the same architecture, should be easily portable, or not easily portable. Portable? Not like carry around, but able to port. But if they have to use a different chip architecture, then things that basically have to be rebuilt from the ground up. Actually, our last session of Dragonlance is next week.
It's weak to electricity. Go, go!
So buy a PS5, got it. Took us a couple months to get through because I played it out as a more slow burn campaign.
Ooh, a rare one. Don't let it get away. We have our chance.
Hey, we got the Goho M we need later. Oh, it's 5th floor, so the door's up in the north. Did you see the picture? Yeah, oh, did you not hear my response? Probably got an ad. All I said was, pull it up. Oh wait, no, it's a different one. Trying to make the Swan ocean feel colors. I do like this picture. This one is actually really well done too. I like the. What did you use on this? Was this hue or? Looks like you did some color grading on this, which is actually interesting. Bokeh is really good here. Framing is really good. Lighting is really good. Yeah, that one's really good. Let's see here. The way that way, the events of what happens feel more impactful, and the battles have more meaning to them. We do see Switch 2 next year. I think there's a very real chance we may see a case where the next Mario game on both, like how Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild were. I mean, keep in mind too, as long as the system is built on a similar chip architecture, actually it doesn't even need to be. They just have to have a big enough heads up that it could just be backwards compatible with the Switch, in which case you don't even need to release it for the new system, as much as people would probably like a version that's optimized for the new system. But because keep in mind how big the Switch user base is, you know, what is it, 130 million? Whereas if you make a game exclusively for the new system, you have an install base of 0 at the beginning. Whereas if you release it for the Switch and it's backwards compatible, you instantly have 130 million people who could potentially buy it. It's been 6 years and I have a hard time believing they haven't been working on one, so I feel like we'll see one in the next 2 years. That's fair. But I mean, you could say that about a lot of things. Like, you know, hey, when was the last F-Zero game? They clearly have been working on one in the 20 years. Watch the next Smash be the flagship launch title. I don't know if Smash would be a launch title, like, ever. You know, that's the kind of game you got to build up a install base so that when it launches, you know, it sells bonkers. And you don't have to, and then hopefully by that point, you don't have to worry about manufacturing systems to be able to keep up with demand, because now you've gradually built up the user base so you can just focus on manufacturing the game itself. Any day now? Wait, any day now what? Can't tell me that F-Zero would be prioritized as priority. Okay, that's fair. So for that picture I used tone to fully get that blue color, and then I used filters and used dramatic. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. That's a good use of it, actually. There will never come a point when they stop making Mario. He's literally the face of the company. For now. I mean, there was a time when we couldn't imagine a new Nintendo system launching without Mario. But then the GameCube launched. Although, you could argue Luigi's Mansion, but yeah, that was the first one that launched without a Mario game specifically. And then the Wii didn't launch with Mario, it launched with Twilight Princess. The Wii U launched with Nintendo Land. And the Switch launched with Breath of the Wild. So, I just know I won't make the same mistake I did of not pre-ordering a console. Did I pre-order the Switch? I don't think I pre-ordered the Switch. I don't think I pre-ordered the Wii U. I did line up for the Wii U though, because I think my Target only had like 3 in stock. So I did line up. I don't think I have pre-ordered a system. Didn't do Switch, didn't do the Wii U. I lined up for the Wii U. I literally walked in and picked up the 3DS. Actually, all of the 3DSs I have. I literally just went to the store and picked it up. Wii, I lined up. I didn't pre-order. Although that one I lined up for like 15 hours. And there were like 100 people in line. I was like number 13. Actually, when I got in line, I was 12th. But by the end of the night, I was 13th. I was like, I wonder how that happened. GameCube, I didn't pre-order. That one I went to Kmart with my dad and my brother. There were 6 in stock, 3 a black one, 3 purple, and then they just did a lottery to who could pre-order, or not pre-order, but who could like reserve one once you got your like ticket at the door and you lined up. And then once we got the ticket, we immediately went to go get a black one. Game Boy Advance, literally just walked into Target on launch day with my mom. I ran into my CCD teacher who was getting photos developed. Yeah, I don't think I've ever pre-ordered a console. I think it came out. Yeah, no, that photo is fantastic. Could this be Fire Emblem's chance to shine with the next remake? What system do you imagine it to be on? Mario's undoubtedly their most valuable IP for now. People in charge rather rip off their own left hand than let Mario die as a series. I don't think Mario will ever die as a series. Kmart, stop showing your age. like as the launch title.
It's weak to light. Shine on.
I don't know. Intelligent Systems never usually does like a launch title. I mean, in the past, I know they have been tied to, like, they've been heavily involved in the development of hardware. So they probably have early access, but I don't know if they've really done a lot of launch titles. Anyway, I got the new Genshin 4-star. Now time to not care about it again until Fontaine drops this summer. For all we know, they could have had another team working on the next remake.
That one's immune to fire.
Intelligent Systems is not that big.
We have our... Is everyone ready? Get set. Ready when you are. Go! Knock them out!
Just think it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I wouldn't bet on it, but... So the sub-arms have these holders for the legs. Put it down, and you can move the legs, but you have a tiny bit of limited leg movement. Oh, okay. What are we doing in this dungeon again? So there are a lot of quests with, like, NPCs that tell me to get items from places that they hint at. And we're just kind of going through and getting those. I don't want to go into the TV separately for all that stuff because it's just wasted an afternoon. So I'm like, okay, well, we're here already for Nanako's dungeon. So I'm like, okay, well, let's just drop by the others real quick. It's not like we're, you know, gonna struggle and use up resources here. I'm like literally too powerful for them. Looking for, yeah. Yeah, if it were a bit easier to kind of like figure out where I'm supposed to go and all that, then great, but...
Oh, so that one's weak to darkness.
More likely than Metroid Prime 4.
Go for it, guys. Hang in there.
Like even Persona 6 is more likely than Metroid Prime 1. I mean, we know Metroid Prime 4 is happening. It's just, I don't think it's gonna come out for like half a lifetime. You can save for Switch 2 at this point. Do you guys think Switch 2 will basically just be a more powerful Switch, or do you think it will be something completely different? Switch 100. Persona 6 is supposed to be released before the end of the year.
Whoa there. That one's immune to ice. Beat it to a pulp. Keep going, guys.
No way they abandoned the portability from the Switch is the reason that people were so into it. It saved the company. I wouldn't say save the company. The company was fine, but if they had like a string of like 3 consoles that failed, then they'd be in like serious trouble. But yeah, Nintendo's got a pretty large cash reserve, I guess. Because they never sell their consoles at a loss, really. Actually, I think the Wii U was the first one and only one they sold at a loss.
Watch it. That one's immune to fire.
the Switch was another Wii U or Virtual Boy, I generally don't think they could stay in the hardware scene. They have a lot of money. I think, like if the Switch failed like the Wii U did, they would still be fine as a company. They'd probably be rushing to get to the next generation then, and they'd probably be scrambling to kind of figure out what's the next big thing that they could kind of hope and pin their hopes on. I think if they release 3 or 4 sequential or not consecutive failures, then they'd be in trouble. The sequel to the Untitled Goose Game has even more of a chance. This in the picture, it's pretty cool. This is no edit because it's just a standard picture. I wanted to show you. Let's take a look. Imagine Silksong is the flagship launch title when it comes to indie games. Like all Nintendo's investors would pull out if the Switch failed. Yeah, but Nintendo as a company is very rich. Oh, nice! Your collection here? Gonna need more shelf space. Trust me, I know that feeling. Only person who's not excited for Silksong, although it's mostly just because I dislike Hollow Knight. Nothing more since Sony when it comes to the gaming side of things. Well, it's hard to really say because like Sony is a big company. And you can say like the gaming side of things, but honestly, it's like Sony can divert their they can divert their entire corporation's money however they see fit.
It's showtime! Are you ready? Yeah! Here goes! Go! Beat 'em up!
But yeah, because Sony allocates, you know, a certain amount of budget towards each of their major divisions. It's like if Hollow Knight turned more towards resentment after realizing it ruined Ori 2. Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning about that.
Be careful! There's an enemy immune to fire! Yuria has corrupted Peter down. Ooh, a rare one! Don't let it get away!
Can't wait till I can use my recliner again. I really want to get back to Berseria. Yeah, after we finish P4G and Zelda, we'll probably switch to Xenoblade 3 DLC,
There's an ice immune enemy.
and then Bayo 3.
Get him, Chie.
I need to make that list so I can actually remember what's on the sidelines right now. What the correct term is off the top of my head. Let's see what time. 11:30. I've only been live an hour. I was hoping to go till 12:30, but I am honestly extremely tired. So we'll see. I might only be able to go till midnight. We'll see. Tomorrow will be a full-length stream, as usual, for Thursdays. Okay, weekday full, not like weekend full. Friday is still up in the air. Again, my friend's in town from Seattle, so he'll actually be coming more towards my side of the city on Friday, so which is the south side or south suburbs. So that's why Friday is the day I might hang out. From Seattle? Yep. Yeah, we're at a Cubs game today. And the Cubs won. Hey Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are gonna win today. Tomorrow's the premiere of Candela Obscura. That reminds me, I gotta watch Ted Lasso from today. I'll watch it tomorrow. I don't Thursdays and Fridays, I don't normally teach anything for the first 4 hours of the day. Although these last 2 weeks is actually, it's actually a weird schedule.
Be careful. There's an enemy immune to fire.
So tomorrow morning, no classes as usual, but then in the afternoon, I'm normally at the junior high, but because I think, because the teacher that I normally switch with for the art teacher there, is away with them on a field trip. We all decided that I will, like my principal especially, decided that I will stay at my primary school for the day, or for the afternoon. Friday, same usual. And then next week is, oh my god, so next week's so weird. Should I just bite the bullet and buy the Prime Remaster instead of waiting for an eShop sale? It'll go on sale eventually. I just think it's gonna be a while. At least this holiday, I would say. But if you really want to play it now and you don't have a lot on your backlog, then yeah, pick it up. I'm sure the sale won't be that big.
The enemy's weak to darkness. It's doomed. Beat it to a pulp. Keep going, guys.
Give it like 2 centuries. I just want to play through Metro games. Which ones have you played, and which ones have you finished? I actually own most of the Metro games, but I've never finished one, chat. Alright, hey Boshaf, come in. I got very far in Tears of the Kingdom. How did your match go? Thank you for the hydrate and posture check. Sorry, but that's how it feels. Well, feels sometimes when it comes to how stubborn they are with Switch sales. The reason why they don't do sales is because everyone's gonna buy their games at full price. Like they know people buy it at full price, so there's no reason for them to discount it. They're also kind of like some other companies in that they consider their games being put into the bargain bin as devaluing their games, and I totally understand that. I do think they should be less stingy, but I can understand the concern of how your franchises and IPs are perceived when your titles consistently end up in the bargain bin. I don't think I've finished any. Actually, I played Fusion and Samus Returns years ago, but I don't think I finished either. You lost. Oh, I'm starting here. When do you get another chance? I've played and beaten all the mainline games. Oh, nice. Yeah, I let's see. I think I have most of them except for Zero Mission. I'm trying to think if I'm missing any of this. Oh, I don't have that. What was that weird 3DS spin-off? It was like some like soccer-based spin-off. Does anyone know? You guys know the one I'm talking about? I played a demo at E3. I did not enjoy it. Don't get why Wizards always puts the D&D books on sale. I might just wait till July when I have disposable income without massive risk and play other stuff till then. Yeah, if you got a backlog, focus on that. If you're always going to put them on sale at $30 to $35, why make them full price at $50 in the first place?
Watch it. That one's immune to fire.
I have like 120 of free income until the end of the game.
Keep going, guys.
Then yet again, when has Wizards of the Coast ever been smart when it comes to their products?
Whoa there. That one's immune to ice.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll make it past midnight. I might actually just be better off getting enough rest so I can not be tired tomorrow's stream. Wouldn't be surprised if Konami buys Magic the Gathering from them. Does Konami have even money at this point? Magic Anniversary was pretty smart way of saying we value money more than our players. Oh, is that it? Alright, we're out. Item. Let's go Ho M, right? Leave the dungeon. In stream Tanuki, sleep. Surprised you're not saying like sleep, just leave the stream on. Hey Leave, welcome in. Are we looking for something? Just quest items. I don't know specifically where, if these can be found like at a specific place or with a specific enemy. So we're just going through each of the dungeons real quick. I'm overpowered for these older dungeons, so it's pretty quick to get through them. She also goes to the castle. He doesn't take us to a dungeon, right? Oh hey, thank you for the posture check. You just have to do a full clear of the dungeon each item mentions. Yeah, that's usually what I do. Where's Yu-Gi-Oh! Speaking of which, I have the full illuminated foil collection of the special 25th anniversary. Oh, nice. Perfect, you're all set then? Yeah, we're just going through. So we do the castle, now we're in the bathhouse, we'll just go through. I wish this had the thing like in P5 where you can just like run into enemies and like instant win.
Go for it, guys. Hang in there.
It's nice having high counter on Chie though.
That's how it's done.
We make 100 plus quarter century secret rares this
Here's our
year.
chance. Let's go. Okay.
Which are the three Egyptian gift monsters? Dark Magic, Blue Eyes, White Dragon, and Red Eyes by Dragon? I don't know any of these. I'm gonna need a Junk Warrior, 2 starters, and 5 Black Rose Dragons. Not ready for that. Love a quarter century rare Exodia set.
Whoa there. That one's immune to ice. Go get him. Go, go, go.
Too slow.
Oh, nice move, Yosuke senpai.
It's not going down.
Go get him. Go, go, go. Just what I'd expect.
There we go.
Let's do it. Is everyone ready?
Getting one of the Exodia pieces in the Fire Duelist pack. That's the Egyptian god monsters at the end of the tournaments and not casual play. Hey Yuko, welcome in. Yuko calling out my spelling mistakes. How are you today, Yuko? We're playing some P4G. I don't know how much progress I make tonight, but because I got home late from a Cubs game.
That one's immune to ice.
Which I'll be honest, I knew it was a possibility like 2 or 3 days ago,
That's amazing.
but I didn't know it was today. And as of 9 hours ago. I didn't know I was going today. Not too bad. Just killing time until work. Okay. See, I don't have a lot of time between me waking up and going to work. Like, I literally roll out of bed, get washed up, eat, drive to work, get there late. It's been getting worse, Chad. I've been getting to work like 5 minutes late every day. Not that they care, but contractually, I should be there. If I don't have time to make breakfast at home, I usually get McDonald's breakfast. Yeah, but that would be expensive if I had to get breakfast out each day. I'd rather just show up to late work, or show up to work late. Now I can't talk. You know? Only ever topped a single event.
Oh, a rare one. Don't let it get away. Go get him. Go, go, go. What's its problem?
Go,
More
go!
coming. Go get him. Go, go, go.
Just do the sausage with muffins, which is on the dollar menu. I used to go to, before, like back in high school, there was a Burger King across the street. And I didn't normally get breakfast from there, but occasionally, because like I had 0 hours, so I was used to waking up early in there anyway, and getting breakfast at home, and then going to school for 0 hour. But on occasion, my AP US history class would have like a super early morning thing. I can't remember what it was for. And for those, I would usually get breakfast at the Burger King. Because oh, that's right. No, we would watch films. It was like a film thing, and they were like educational and historically accurate and yada yada yada. And it would be before school. I mean, because it was so early, the teacher actually suggested that we bring breakfast to eat during the movie. So I would just get what was it? I think it was like sausage, egg, cheese on a croissant or something. I think that was it. But then that way it would be like wrapped and be in a bag, and then I could eat it during the movie. Actually, I don't remember the last time I went to a McDonald's. I think I stopped eating at McDonald's to eat healthier. But I feel like they've gotten better in recent years about at least making their stuff more healthy. I mean, obviously it doesn't beat, you know, preparing your own food at home, but...
Just what I'd expect. All right, guys, pile on. Gotcha.
That's good, yeah. I mean, I can still improve what I eat and all that stuff, but... Yeah, I think the last time I had McDonald's, honestly, was probably over 15 years ago. I haven't been in a McDonald's. I have been, so like we have a place called Navy Pier. Also like at airports too, like they have, you know, McDonald's and stuff like that. So I've been near McDonald's, but I haven't been to a McDonald's to like actually eat anything like that in a long time. Yeah, do you guys think if I just make these like straight trips through each dungeon, just like first floor to last floor. You think that's enough to get all the quest items? Probably, hopefully. I think McDonald's often just because my niece and no, I get that, yeah.
Enemy's weak to ice. Pull it down.
Kids will absolutely be the reason people will eat at McDonald's.
Beat it to a pulp. Keep going, guys.
Whenever she's over, we end up getting it. I get that. I don't have any nieces or nephews yet. Miss Rolo McFlurries though. I've never had a Rolo. What is it? Is it just like chocolate? I didn't even know what Rolos are. I had never heard of them until watching a Friends episode.
Enemy's weak to darkness.
And apparently
It's
Joey's a fan of
doomed.
Rolos.
Go for it, guys.
I've been to the IMAX theater at Navy Pier. Me and my sister went to see Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I was down visiting her. They removed that theater. Did you know that? So they had an IMAX theater there since the 90s. And then I think the year before, or maybe a year or two before COVID, they renovated the whole place. Like they spent a lot of money to renovate it, so it became a laser IMAX, which is even better. So it's a laser IMAX theater. They renovated, and then sometime during COVID, they shut the place down completely, and the theaters closed permanently. And I'm upset because that was like the only laser IMAX theater in like the Midwest, basically. I've got a roll. We're connecting this. It's chocolate with caramel on the inside. It's debatably the world's best candy.
Weak to ice. Pull it
Chocolate with
down.
caramel on the inside. So it's kind of like. Actually, I don't know if I can think of anything else. I mean, I know Hershey's has like a I don't know if it's a limited edition one or limited time one, but they have a Hershey's that's filled with caramel, like the Kisses, Hershey's Kisses filled with caramel. But it's not I don't think they have that often. And then Twix is chocolate and caramel, but they also have like a wafer in there or something. I don't know. Tempted to head to Chicago for future. Hey, Chicago trip, guys. Kai's coming. That's a big stretch. Like taffy. I'm not big on like Laffy Taffy. Airheads though. Does anyone ever have Airheads and they like in the wrapper you like just kind of flick it back and forth so it all kind of inside the wrapper moves to one side and just instead of having like a strip of Airhead, it's like one glob. What's your favorite chocolate bar? Ghirardelli. Yes, you do that too. I don't do it all the time. Actually, no, I do it all the time now. Yeah. Airheads are either really good or really bad, depends on how hard they've gotten. Yes. And the flavor.
Go get 'em. Go. Great job.
But I mean, there's a few chocolate ones. I mean, I like the chocolate candies more than like the sugary candies. Like Ghirardelli's is good. Twix is good. Crunch is alright. If I'm feeling something like very plain. Butterfinger's fantastic. Well, okay, Butterfinger used to be fantastic, and then they get the new formula, and it's. I haven't gotten used to it yet, but I want to give it a try. But the first few times I tried the new formula Butterfinger, I haven't been a huge fan of it. What else? Reese's.
Nice. There's an enemy weak to win.
Do it when it's stretched out to the point where it's hard to get open. One of my favorite candies as a kid was spray candy. Oh yeah, I think I remember something like that. Shaped like an icy, and then it was blue raspberry flavored. I haven't seen it since I was like. There's so many candies that were popular in like the 90s, 2000s that are not around. funny thing is, like, in this dungeon, I don't want, like, any of these skill cards, or any of these cards. With Snickers and Kit Kat. Oh, Kit Kat's good too. Kit Kat is good too. I've had Snickers a few times. It's alright, but it's not my favorite.
Oh, so that one speaks to darkness.
And I do prefer dark chocolate when I can get it.
That went
And
well.
milk chocolate and white chocolate are okay too. In my opinion, on chocolate and peanut butter combined clear. Actually, that topic came up a couple days ago, and I can't remember what we were talking about. And then naturally, Kaizen's name came up in conversation as well. It's almost midnight. Actually, I feel okay. But if I'm being honest, the smart thing would be to not go too late just to get some sleep. Because I've been very sleepy probably this past week.
Oh, so
Freaking
that
Zelda.
one speaks to darkness.
Great move, kid. Ah, that took forever.
Force myself to vomit, then eat a Snickers. And they're not horrible to me. I'm just not a. There's nothing special about it to me. That's all. If anything, I just use Snickers more as a joke. Like hungry, or let's see, what was it? Or like I make jokes like, oh, you're not yourself when you're hungry. Have a Snickers. Like, you know, the ad campaign. This friend can't have it because he's severely allergic to all nut. Ooh, yeah.
We have fun. It will end here.
Snickers on their back. I just want to pet it. Also, how come we can't pet dogs in Tears of the Kingdom? Better. Yeah, that's the ad campaign. Yeah. Better.
All right, I leveled up.
Be careful. There's an ice immune enemy.
No petting dogs and not enough tears in game. 2 out of 10. That's surprisingly high for you, man. Some commercials I'll never understand. Those are the best ones. Ooh, you know what we should do? We should have like a reaction stream to watching just like old 90s commercials. So your dogs want to pet the Pokemon. We can't pet anything except our horse while we're riding it. Only progressive commercials. Those are pretty good. They basically have 2 different ad campaigns for progressive commercials, right? One is the one with Flo, like the, I guess is she supposed to be like like insurance saleswoman? But she's the one that wears all the white. I think she's a comedian named Stephanie, but, so there are the Flo commercials. And then there's the guy who's like super accident. What's the guy's name who's like super accident prone? And he's like, always causing insurance accidents or whatever. Or wait, no, is that progressive or is this someone else? If we're gonna watch commercials, can we watch every Billy Mays infomercial? Not well, the short ones, not like the super long ones. Tier list streamline. I'd be up for that. Yeah, but they're so confusing with the concept of what they're doing in the commercial. That's probably what makes it so entertaining. I don't think I'm confused with most of them. They are out there, yeah, but I don't know if I'd say any of them are confusing per se. Oh my god.
Nice. There's an enemy. It's weak to. go, go! 5 enemies left. Hang in there.
Throw down! That should do it.
So weird I have the Uncharted theme as my ringtone. No. Can you guys guess what my ringtone is? Actually, I don't know what my ringtone is, but can you guys guess what my text tone is? Like when I get a text, what the alert sound is. Let's see, I don't think I have a ringtone set.
Enemy's weak to darkness.
Treeman guesses Fire Emblem, Durrell guesses Fire Emblem. Interesting.
That's how it's done.
Keep going, guys.
If you had to guess a second time because you guessed wrong the first time, what would you guys guess?
Enemy reinforcements. Huh? 5? The heck?
Jesus.
Go for it, guys. Hang in there.
Throw down! Persona! Okay, let's go.
Although if I did, I would probably be one of the champion themes, or it would probably be one of the champion themes from AO, or from an Age of Calamity. Yuko says, "Please don't say it's R2D2 streaming." No, it's not. Specific Fire Emblem theme OST. I understand why you guys are making these guesses, but no, you're all wrong. It's too late for me to think right now. Ringtones seem pointless in a day where calls... Yeah, the calls never happen. Although I did make a call today, but only because I was driving and I didn't want to text back. You know, safe driving, guys. It's very responsible with me. Duel of the Fates? No. Sorry for the long pause. I was thinking like, what would that be like? But no, it's not Duel of the Fates. Firefly theme song? No. Well, if I did have any kind of tone for like from Firefly, I don't know what it would be. Big damn hero,
Be
sir.
careful. There's an ice immune enemy.
Ain't we just?
Awesome. Go.
Go for it, guys. Great job.
I'll give you a hint. I think Disney. As well, guess the regular show theme? No. Ominous horror music? No. Yeah, there's your hint, guys. Think Disney. The generic 18th. No. We're laughing. No. Lion King opening? No.
Whoa there. That one's immune to ice. Wow, Yosuke-kun. I'm on a roll today.
It's a small world. Could you imagine? I should set that as like a specific ringtone or text tone for like a certain person. And then, like, what does that even say about a person if their ringtone becomes "It's a small world"? Walt Disney tone? No. Sonic? No.
The enemy's weak to darkness.
Although I think in the past I might have used like either the sound when you grab a ring, or when you get like a 1-up life in Sonic. Da 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 da. Spider-Man pizza theme OST from Spider-Man 2 on the PS2? No. This one has it's a small world as a ringtone. Maybe deserve to be shot on sight. The Pixar logo sound. No. Logo sound. Oh, like the bouncing lamp. Man, do you have any other guesses?
Yes, we won.
Alright, let me
Congrats,
narrow
guys.
down the list. Think Disney Channel. That's probably too easy of a hint now. You guys will probably get it. Spider Ham? Spider Cat? No. No.
There's one enemy.
Hannah
Hang in
Montana
there.
theme? No.
All right, guys. It's
Everything is not what's seen. Oh, from Wizards of Waverly Place. No. Homer singing Spider-Ham sings. That's it. No, that's not it. Disney Channel logo sound? No. Bum, bum, ba-dum. No, it's not that one. Lizzie McGuire? No. I'm surprised after I said Disney Channel that no one has gotten it yet. I imagined it would be a pretty easy line to draw from that to the actual answer. I hope the Waverly Place reboot happens. Most of the cast has been campaigning for it. Would it involve Selena Gomez? Because I feel like she has a very successful show on Hulu right now with a bunch of old guys. Martin Short, Steve, what's his name? Steve Martin and Martin Short. Is it a show or movie? High School Musical? No, it's not High School Musical. It is a show. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that after I said Disney Channel that no one's gotten it yet. I would have imagined it would be like the first thing people guess.
Go get him! Go, go, go! Let's attack! It will end here!
Kim Possible? It is from Kim Possible. We're getting real close. Selena's actively been the one who wants to have it happen most. Better not be the opening for Small Oil. Somebody say. I was actually listening to that in the car today. It just came up randomly on my, like the randomized thing of like anything. Makes sense since she's the main character. Is it her device when Wade calls? Yep, it's the communicator. Call me, beat me. Nailed it, I'm done. Nice job, guys. Fire amp. So it's like 12. No, yeah, it's basically. Oh shoot, it's past midnight now. Glad it wasn't anything from some of this stuff. I think you mentioned that too, but no, I think I might have mentioned it in the past. All right, guys, we probably have to put a pin in this here. Oh shoot, how far am I in the dungeon? We'll see if we can. If we're close, we'll try to get to the end of the dungeon because I need to get to a save point because tomorrow's Zelda, so I need to get to a save point. I'm gonna get rid of. I think you're doing the ride for that. For what? Oh, for yeah. What's the Splash Mountain? Yeah, they're getting rid of that. It's been there forever, but they're getting rid of it and replacing it with something else. I have a lot of personas that have the instant kill dark, but not the light, so we're gonna get rid of the dark one here. Nobody is gonna make a splash no more. Are they getting rid of it or just rebranding it? They're renovating it, so it's still going to be like a similar type of like roller coaster thing, and probably a water roller coaster kind of thing. But yeah, they're significantly renovating it, so it's not going to be like Tower Terror where they just put like a new name on it and maybe change a few of the visuals. Uncharted 4 was one of the best games I've ever played. I haven't played the Uncharted series yet. It's gonna be a Tiana ride or something, right? That does seem to ring a bell. I don't remember for sure. As long as there's water, I'm still fine with it. I'm never big on the water rides at like those places, at theme parks, because like that water's never clean. So it's disgusting to think about. And like it doesn't even feel clean. It's like just want water rides that aren't pirates. The pirates, but there needs to be one without the music.
One enemy on the field. You can do it.
All right, let's keep going.
Alright guys, I think I'm gonna finish this floor and then we'll have to call it there because it's getting late. But where to send
Oh,
you?
so that one's weak to darkness.
Alright chat, I need your thoughts. We got two options playing Zelda, one playing Minecraft, and one playing Sonic Frontiers. What do you think? Just like water rides, probably because I like water in general. No, that's fair. I just, again, I don't mind the ride. I just feel like the water from those rides just feels dirty, so I don't like going on them. Like water parks are cool. I love going to water parks. Oh, that's probably. Oh no, that water's probably better. But like the water from like Splash Mountain, no. I was born in a beach town and would go back every summer. That's cool. With the orange coat, it looks like the orange jumpsuit Beepo wears in One Piece. What orange coat? Oh, it's not a coat. It's a polo that I'm wearing. Who has this shirt? Yeah, it's a polo. It's my University of Illinois polo. Yeah, orange and blue. A?
Oh, a rare one. Don't
Although
let
now
it
that
get
my
away.
grandparents are moving here, I'm probably never going to be able to go back again.
Now's our chance. You ready? Okay.
Places, everyone. And action.
You guys better keep up.
Go! Knock them out!
Don't you have a lot of beaches though in Hawaii? I would imagine. Kind of beaches here, yeah. So like you can always go to a beach. Degrees right. It was cold tonight, guys. Like I was at the game. I was like, oh, shoot, I'm gonna need a jacket tonight. And like I was in a jacket, like not like a super thick jacket, but not a thin one either. I was in my jacket, and I was like, oh, it's still cold because the wind was like very fast, very hard. Still gonna miss Pismo Beach or Pismo. It's really a good candy store. They have the absolute best saltwater tab. Oh, that's cool. 50 Fahrenheit. Dural's from my area, so Fahrenheit. 50 Celsius is not good. Alright guys, I'm gonna end here. I might do the other dungeons, if I'm just getting it, I might try to do those on my own. Because I know Tree Man and some of you other guys want to see the Nanako dungeon next time we do Persona. So I might do like what's the other guy's name? The one who was arrested for Mitsuo or something like that? I can't remember. Might do that dungeon. I might do Naoto's dungeon. I finished this one on my own, just so that way we can. What's community game tomorrow? What did we say last time? Did we say cart? I think we started with Smash last time, so I think we said cart today or tomorrow. Friday is Zelda. And again, Friday might be another late start, depending on if I'm hanging out with my friend from Seattle. But yeah, so that's the plan. Dun, dun. I mean, I'm game for whatever community game you guys want to do. I'm just saying, I think we said last week that so we started with Smash, no one came, so we'll start with Kart tomorrow. But yeah, we have Mario Party if you guys want to do that again. We have Splatoon. We have any chance I can get you to buy a game for community night? What game? If it's one I was thinking about buying at some point anyway, then absolutely yes. If it's one I haven't thought about, then maybe. Especially if other people have it. I want more people to play Ultimate Chicken Horse with. Can you ask in the Discord to see if anyone already has it, and then or if people are interested in getting it? We started with Mario. Did we? Okay, maybe we'll do something else, or at least to start. I'll think about it. But yeah, Kaizen, ask in Discord to see who has it or who's willing to get it. If you think a lot of people aren't familiar with it, feel free to post a trailer as well. Alright, so let's see. Oh, Sadie actually just wrapped up. Alright, tell you what, since we rated Katie like relatively recently, you said you were gonna do Nanako Dungeon for game night. I'll think about it. It's kind of like Mario Maker, but you build the obstacle course stage as you go. So like Tears of the Kingdom or Animal Crossing, right? Remember because I said I don't trust that laugh? I can't remember who though it was. Which section do I ask under? General gaming probably. But alright guys, yeah, since I think we rated Katie relatively recently, we'll raid over to the Actuarist, who is on. Actually, hold on, let me ask how much longer they're streaming. Because it's actually pretty late for Actuarist, and they've actually been on a while. Dun, dun, dun. There's another game I was thinking about getting at some point. Was it Clubhouse Games? I think that's what it's called. Clubhouse Games. He's still streaming? Yeah, Actuarist is still streaming, but it's past midnight here, so it's gotta be late for Actuarist, and they've been on for 5 hours. Read your chat, Actuarist. I'm like, how much longer are you streaming? Asking for a friend. Going to bed too exhausted, hanging around for a... Alright, Jorolo. Thanks for trying. You have a good night, though. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow. I know you got other stuff usually on Thursdays, but... Alright, they said they're gonna be on for a while. Watch the trailer fast. I'll watch it before I go to bed. Actually, yeah, they'll be on for a while, so we're gonna read over there. We still have 15 minutes until the 2-hour mark. I know, but I'm like super tired, and it's past midnight. I gotta go. Should be good to hang out before critical. Yeah, I'll try and start early. But I will make it up, Yuko. I will make it up. Go to bed. Hey, Sunset. Yes, I am going to bed. Alright, let's start this raid. I like how Yuko's like, we still have 15 minutes until the 2-hour mark, and Sunset's like, go to bed. It's like, which parent do I listen to? Alright, sub raid. Alright. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, community night. If I start early, I might do a little bit of like there's Zelda or Persona, but we'll figure out what community game we're playing. Night everyone. Bye everyone. Alright, Tree Man, Yuko, have a good rest of your nights or days. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Or I guess later today. Have a good one, guys. Bye.